You know what they say, late applications never get accepted into medical school, right? Wrong. Here is what you need to know to save your application and still make your application competitive. So first things first, let's be real. Early applicants do have an advantage. The advantage is that most schools in the United States are on rolling admissions. So applying in June gives you the most spots and flexibility. Submitting later in July or August or even beyond then means that you're competing with applicants who may have already received interviews and have already scheduled them as well. But remember, late doesn't always mean impossible. Here's how to maximize your chances of acceptance. First, you want to be strategic with the schools that you select. Apply to in-state schools or the schools where you have the competitive edge. Secondly, you want to consider easier schools like DO programs or schools without rolling admissions. This can give you a leg up. Next, you want to stand out with your application. So you really want to focus on your most meaningful extracurricular activities, research, and volunteer work. Tailor your secondary essays to each specific school. Highlight achievements that align with each school's priorities. That's extremely important. Number three, you want to submit your primaries as soon as possible. Even if your MCAT score or your letters of recommendation aren't ready, submit your primary applications. Verification can begin and schools often start sending secondaries immediately, giving you more time to finalize pending items. And remember, life does happen. So sometimes there are delays and those delays may be unavoidable. The key is to be honest. Analyze your strengths and weaknesses and know which medical schools are realistic targets for your application. And if it's already August or even later, consider whether a gap year or something like that might help strengthen your application, especially if you have a lower MCAT score, GPA concerns, or in your gap year, you might be able to gain some clinical experience. So, is it too late to apply to medical school? Is that a death sentence? Absolutely not. With strategic planning, school selection, and strong tailored applications, you can turn a late start into a competitive edge. So remember, it's not just about when you apply. It's about how prepared, intentional, and truly polished your application is. Start now, plan wisely, and you can still make your medical school dreams a reality.